So far, this campaign has been remarkably successful, but we need the help of every parish in the diocese if we're to go forward and complete the comprehensive campaign. As you know, our diocese has been growing in some areas over the last couple of years. This comprehensive campaign is one more opportunity for us to work together so that we can grow your congregation and grow our diocese in Jesus Christ, so that we can all bring to the world the transformation that God so desperately wants for everyone.
I'm Mally Lloyd. I serve on the bishop's staff, but prior to that I was in congregations around the diocese for 12 years. I'm really excited today to be able to describe to you how your congregation can participate in the comprehensive campaign. There are 4 different ways that you can participate. The first one is the collaborative campaign. To me, this is the most exciting option because it leaves your parish not only with funds to do ministry as you feel God calling you, but it also trains up leadership in fundraising that can carry you into the future for other campaigns and other projects. 70% of the funds raised in your campaign return to the parish, less a small administrative fee. 30% returns to the diocese to cover the programs and initiatives of the comprehensive campaign. Should you exceed your goal, as some of our pilot congregations already have, a higher percentage of the funds return to the congregation so that you can accomplish what you feel God is calling you to do. While the timeline is flexible, we are encouraging congregations to begin by October 2012.
I think the biggest hesitation and fear that we had was when we think about what's going on in the economy now, where folks are just so hard-pressed to have additional dollars to spend in Church of the Holy Spirit. We're in primarily the Mattapan, Dorchester, and Roxbury area, so our parishioners have been hit really, really hard with the bad economic times. We were able to overcome that hurdle in a couple of ways. First of all, when we went out to talk to people, we really did, through the help of the plan that we had, we made it palatable to people. We made people understand it. Here is what this means. It means potentially not having a cup of Starbucks coffee over the month or over the year, and even that can make a difference. I think putting down in bite-sized layers that people could actually absorb made it a lot easier for them to see where they could do it. But at the end of the day, it really was talking to people about their walk of faith. We oftentimes talk the talk, but when it comes down to the bottom line, are we really ready to walk the walk? And we did ask people to step out on faith and make sacrificial contributions. And given that we broke it down for them, a lot of people were able to commit and were willing to commit. The campaign had an incredible impact on the community. I think we all had something to rally around, so it brought us closer together. But truly, the biggest impact was that a lot of us who worked on the campaign realized that we needed to do a better job of reaching out to our fellow parishioners. So 2 ministries have come out of that. Something we're going to be reaching out to folks on a monthly basis to connect with folks who may be away from the church or the sick and the shut-in, and also workshops to help folks who have been unemployed over this period of time. So that's truly the blessing for us.
The second method of participating in the comprehensive campaign is an in-pew collection. This will be largely driven by the Diocesan Campaign Office. It will involve testimonials and mailings and education leading up to a Commitment Sunday. We hope to schedule these in-pew collections in the next few months so they won't conflict with your annual fall stewardship campaigns. The in-pew collection provided by your congregation will go to support the programs and ministries laid out in the comprehensive campaign. Additionally, your rector and vestry will have a methodology for future fundraising efforts, whether it's your annual stewardship campaign or some special program that you need to raise money for.
There is no fear in contributing to the diocese. But there was a hesitation. 3 years ago, we ventured on our own capital campaign, and we wondered whether or not we would be able to contribute enough. But with this in-pew program, it allowed us the opportunity to participate. It allowed us the opportunity to give. We are the diocese. We're not separate from the diocese. The diocese doesn't exist at 138 Tremont Street. The diocese exists in every single one of us. And when we give to the diocese, we get back from the diocese in one way or the other. Either we get it through grants, or we get it through outreach, we get it through help, we get it through pastoral ability of the diocese. But however we get it back. We're all one. We all participate in doing God's call and God's work here in Massachusetts.
There are two final options for participation in the comprehensive campaign. Some churches may opt to include the campaign in an annual budget line item so that they can give as a congregation as a whole. And finally, those congregations which are conducting their own capital campaigns may decide to include a contribution to the diocesan comprehensive campaign as part of their case.
We included the Diocese of Massachusetts in our campaign because our local campaign was all about buildings. We have a 250-year-old building. It needed work inside and outside. This spring, over 14 weeks, we raised $2.5 million to do that work. But working with the diocese gave us a mission component to our campaign, and people really liked the idea of helping out with the diocese. We found people to be generous and committed and really willing to help.
What we're asking you to do now is to pray as a vestry, as a congregation, about the best way for your congregation to participate in this comprehensive campaign. Someone from our development office will be in touch with you over the next weeks after you've prayerfully considered your participation. My hope is that you'll receive their call and know that everyone in our development office and on our staff is willing to help you in any way possible as we go forward. Thanks.